And we're back, guys. Today we're gonna go through some core, specifically if you want like those bikini beach body abs or bikini bodybuilders abs. All this stuff is critical. What I start with is a vacuum. I'm gonna demonstrate this and go through this, but even if you're not trying to get abs like I just said, this is critical for your deep core, which holds your core in 24/7. The maneuver of doing this is a little complicated, and you need to practice this every single day because you need to keep your core in all the time, every single day. It's called a vacuum, and I think they called it this because of how you kind of like suck like a vacuum when you're doing it. So you blow out all your air, you suck in. Your stomach's gonna go in like that. I do 3 sets, and I typically get like 15 seconds. If I can do longer, I will. And if I can get like little breaths and keep that, I'll do it. So here's what it's gonna look like. So know how I'm standing. One thing too that kind of helps if you are standing and you can do this is really planting your heels and your toes. When you first start though, you can start on your back. It's a lot easier. So the next things that I do for my core is nothing too intense. I'm just very intentional with things. Is crunching movements. And with these, I'll do about 4 sets and at least 15, 20 reps. So this first one is a V crunch. I come back, really have that in body feeling, and then I bring my knees to my chest. And you don't want to rush this at all. You just want to feel your abs. We do 4 of those. The next thing that I move on to is some leg lifts. So we were doing that crunchy movement with the V crunch. That kind of just helps get like really nice flat abs, especially if you have the right diet along with that. That is where your abs are gonna come in. Then the next thing that I do is some leg lifts. I almost kind of vacuum in before I start these as well, and it's very intentional because I have my head up a little bit, but I want to make sure my stomach really stays in. I also want to keep a lot of control. I come up nice and slow down. I'll do like 15 to 20 of these as well and do 4 sets. Got cactus socks on today, which I think is good. We're repping New Mexico, even though alrighty. So that's 2 of those. I typically on my core days will do 3 to 5 exercises. And then I always will get to it, but I always will end with the planks. I don't really start with them. Next thing I do is it's a bridge, and we're gonna alternate feet. And this again, it's a crunching movement to help define my abs in the way that I want for bikini bodybuilding. It's a little more feminine. And it's just nice and slow. It's very intentional with this. I really press through my heels because your glutes are a part of your core. I want to step down and place my foot right where it started. Typically when I see people start these at first, they'll start going in and in and in. But you want to control it to be working your core correctly.
I only have 3 in the morning on time. The boys, like, I gave them the night off because I didn't know if my car was speaking at the time. Then I forget, like, in our group chat, like, we kind of got lucky in the same.
And these I do 10 to 12 on each side. Whew. Okay. harder than they look. So 4 sets of the last things that we did, 3 sets of the vacuums before that. The 2 like actual exercises, always 15 to 20 reps. If you're just starting, at least doing less rounds and like 10 reps is still gonna help you get results because you're still probably building your core. So the next workout that I do is an oblique exercise. It's not something that's super duper intense because you don't need to have super defined obliques for a bikini. I'm just on my side, and then I really brace my core. That's why I start core with vacuums, just so I have that good mind-body connection. I'm very intentional the whole time, really thinking with my core, keeping it in. I'm gonna come up and then come down. These I do like 15, 20 each side. I only do 3 sets of this. Because like I said, it's not as much of a focus. It's important, but we don't need a major focus on those. By the vacuums, the V crunch. Then we have the single leg bridge march. And then we have the side oblique crunch. And then I end stuff on this ab day with 2 planks just for a minute. So we're gonna hold that. And you don't need to do abs every day to see crazy results. I typically do abs once or twice a week. It's really more so like people say, it's your diet. It's also doing cardio, making sure sleep does help a lot because we don't want to be stressed. Can't lose fat in the stomach area, especially if that is an area that's hard for you to lose weight. Typically has to do with either diet or how stressed you are. So that was it. That was the whole entire core workout. I have other ones that I do, but this one's a really good one. You can really adjust the variables with reps and how many sets you're doing to make it more advanced or not as advanced. But these movements too, like, are good for beginners, but also for the type of abs we're going for with bikini. And then also if you have the goal of just trying to get that feminine look with your abs.